Hi, this is Rhonda Bell with Website Buoy, and today I'm going to talk about installing WordPress with just one click on the Bluehost hosting company. Now, if you don't have Bluehost, I do recommend that you either use them or SiteGround, and I have a blog post that discusses how to pick the best WordPress web hosting company, and I'll put a link to that below the video. But in this case, for this video, we're going to assume that you've chosen Bluehost and you have signed up for an account with them. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to the Bluehost homepage. And this is what you'll see when you get to the home page. And what you're going to want to do is hit the login. Now, if you haven't purchased your hosting yet from them, you can do that by hitting the Get Started Now, and it'll walk you through how to purchase their web hosting. But like I said, we're going to assume that you already have an account with them and now that you want to set up WordPress. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to hit the login, and that is going to take you to the login page. And from here you'll see that you have two choices, hosting login and webmail login. You want to make sure that the hosting login is highlighted, and then you will enter your domain name and or your username, however you set it up with Bluehost, and your password. So once you log in, you'll be at the main page of your account, and here you'll see your hosting tab, and this is highlighted up here at the top, and then some of the features that you can use on your hosting account. What we'll do next is we'll actually go here where it says WordPress Tools, and we'll click WordPress Tools, and then that will take us to the WordPress Tools page. And on that page, we're going to want to click New Install. And once we click on that, our domain will be listed here in the drop down. And in this instance, I'm going to create my blog on a subdomain that I've created called Demo4. You, however, can just pick your regular domain name from this drop down. And then you can enter a path. A lot of people sometimes will create /blog. I don't recommend that if your website is only going to be a blog. You just will have it at your root level. And then you will put in a site title. So in this case, since it's Demo4, I'll say my demo site, and I'll call it 4. And then I will enter a username for my admin, a password for my admin, and then an existing email address. So an email address that you already are using. This is not one that's necessarily part of your domain, although if you've already set that up as part of Bluehost, you could use that. Once you enter that information and you hit submit, you will then see this pending message while it is being installed. And it'll say, it'll have that little circle, and it'll be going until it is done doing the install. Once the install happens, this is what you will see. You'll see updates and you're up to date, but there's no information about where your website is or what to do next. And in theory, this is the one-click install. Your website has been created using WordPress, and you clicked one button to do it. So let's go see what this new WordPress website looks like. So we'll go over to the main page of our blog. So we'll just go, to our domain name.com or .org or whatever your domain name is. And this is what you're going to see. You're going to see a new WordPress site coming soon, and an admin login. So yes, you did the one-click install, but really you don't have a blog that anyone can see, that you can allow people to read your blog posts. So now you will go to the next part, which is actually setting up your WordPress blog. So in order to do that, you're going to hit this admin login, and that's going to take you to this login for your WordPress blog. So this is different than your Bluehost login, and it's what you entered when we did the install of WordPress. And so you're going to enter that username or the email address that you used and your password, and then you will select login. Now once you log in, this is what you're going to see on what they call the WordPress admin site. So this account is set up under Bluehost, and they have their own little menu, and then by default they've installed Jetpack and the other features that come directly with the WordPress. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to work in this right-hand side so that you can get the initial look and feel of your WordPress blog. So you're going to select what kind of site can we help you set up. And I always recommend just to do business, because most people who are creating a blog are eventually going to want to monetize it or make money from it or have some future growth ideas about it. And so we're going to assume that you pick business, and then you'll go to the next step and it'll show you that title that we put in when we did the install, and you're going to need to enter a site description. So I'll just say my demo site and hit next step. And don't let this fool you here. Let's launch demo site 4 is not going to happen as soon as we click this. We're going to walk through some steps. And it's asking us if our site is going to have news or blog posts. And so I'm assuming that the reason why you got WordPress is so that you can have a blog. And so in this case, you're going to hit yes. And then you get to select whether you want your blog post to show up on your home page or if you want a static welcome page. And in this case, we're just going to skip this step because the default is the most recent news or updates or your most recent blog posts, and that's what we're going to go with. And then it asks you if you want a start or contact us page. And if you do, you can walk through the steps for that, but I'm going to go ahead and skip that right now and click no thanks. And then it asks you if you want to connect your Jetpack profile to your WordPress.com login, and you may or may not have a WordPress.com login, and so in the case that you don't, we're just going to go ahead and skip this for now and say not now. And then you can also enter your business address if you have one, and for now we'll just skip that, but you can go back later and enter that. And then it wants to know if you're going to sell online. So even if you're planning on selling online, I would go ahead and skip this right now. Even though WooCommerce is a really good online plugin for selling products, we don't want to install it right now because we don't want to get confused about all the things that come with WooCommerce versus just setting up our blog. So right now we're going to click Not Now. And then you get this page that shows you on the left-hand side all the things that we've done and kind of the look and feel of your website, although this isn't really what your website looks like at this point. So now you have the initial basic site set up. So let's go and see what we have so far. So if we go to another tab and we enter the name of our website, we will now see, instead of our coming soon page, we will see this initial website. So I have this picture at the top, the title, our description, and then they have a sample post when you do the install, and so it's showing that there. Now, don't worry, this actually isn't launched yet. The reason why we can see this is because we are actually logged in to our WordPress account, and you'll notice here at the top there's actually this WordPress bar, and this lets you know that you are logged in. If you were to log out and go to your blog address, you would then see that coming soon page. That way you can launch your site when you're ready, but you can see the changes as you make them while you're logged in, but yet people who just go to your blog won't see that. They'll just see the coming soon. So as you can see, this is a pretty dry, not exciting looking blog, but you have installed it and you do have an initial start of your blog, and this is a good place to stop. And for next time we will go over how to customize your blog, how to change the layout, the look and feel, and then we'll have another video that will talk about actually entering your blog posts and then finally launching your blog. So I hope you enjoyed this screencast on installing your WordPress blog on Bluehost with the so-called one click. Thanks.